Hey everyone, so I'm Harry. Probably already met my friend Cliffy, or we're going to meet him soon. Either way, I just want to give you an idea of who I am and what I'm doing. So, I grew up playing games. As life kind of moved on, I stopped playing games as much, really. I had family, bought a house, got a career, stopped all my gaming time happening. I've always kind of been a Nintendo player. I don't really know why, just kind of loyalty, I'm going to say, but I have no idea why. Started with the SNES. Moved on to N64, GameCube, Nintendo Wii, now I'm on Switch. A lot of my reviews are going to be Switch based. Primarily mobile gaming is kind of been my focus because I have zero time to play games in my house. I have a sweet setup. I've got a home cinema, projector screen, projector, games consoles plugged into it, but my wife and kids take up all my time and I never get to play in here. I play on my commute on the train. So hence mobile gaming. So a lot of the focus on Switch games has always been about comparing them to their bigger, better consoles. So you talk about the graphics of the PS4, the graphics of the Xbox One versus the graphics on Switch. They're never going to stack up because the Switch is built with portable technology. So of course it's not going to have the same processing power. But it's a screen playing games a few hours a year. My wife goes to a book club. I watch films, I play a game. Never really time for both, unfortunately. The Switch has changed that. It's changed my life. It's got me a gamer again. I've got 2 hours on the train every day. I can play Switch. I've got my newborn in my arms and my Switch. It works as long as my wife's not in the room. It's helped me game. It's revolutionised my life, so I'm sure it has for a lot of people out there. I'm going to be honest, graphics has never really been my focus. For a start, I don't wear my glasses when I game. I'm not wearing them now. Blurry, HD, it all looks the same to me. But beyond that, I mean, a lot of it is just I'm not that fussed about the graphics. My first console was a Master System 2. I moved on to a SNES, an N64. The Switch beats the crap out of all of them for graphics. It may not compete with bigger consoles, but it beats them. That's what I'm used to. So that's where I'm coming from. So a while ago, a friend of me tried Metal Gear Solid on the PS1. And I swear to God, at one point I was looking thinking, is that still part of the character, or is that part of the wall? I just can't tell anymore. But I can on Switch, so graphics. So I didn't get Switch when it first came out. A lot of the reason for that is the games roster. I've never been a cartoon sort of gamer, despite being a Nintendo player. I didn't get Switch when it first came out. The reason for that is that I've never really been a big cartoony games kind of player, which is weird because Nintendo's my brand. So I wasn't impressed by like the Mario games, the Pokemon games. I'm going to say controversially now, I hate Pokemon. Cliffy should go for Pokemon. I hate it. I mean, basically, I would have been paying £300 to get a console to play FIFA on 2 hours a day. I'm all for that. That was fine for me. My life, that's £300 we can spend in a better place. The games roster for the Switch has just grown now. It's gotten a lot more mature. You've got Doom, you've got LA Noire, you've got Super Smash Brothers. I know it's cartoony, but I love punching Pokemon in the face. So you've got a much better range of games. I think that actually there's a game for most people out there now. And that's continuing to grow. There's a lot more games on the horizon that I'm looking forward to getting. There's Mars Guerrilla Warfare thing. I'm going to try some things. There's a lot more mature games coming up on the horizon. I've got Sniper Elite, Friday the 13th, Vampire games. There's more, and there's an Assassin's Creed coming I mentioned earlier. So there is a much bigger range of games coming out now. I'll try one more time. And it's continuing with more games on the horizon. There's a Friday the 13th, a Vampire game. There's Sniper Elite. These are grown-up games. So we're getting a lot more. And that's a good thing. It's going to pull more people into Switches. Yes, it's not getting the AAA rated games. It's probably never going to. Apart from Assassin's Creed that I mentioned that's coming. When they are, they're going to be ports of older versions of games in the series. Not going to be the most up-to-date ones that you get on the bigger consoles. So if you're a hardcore gamer and you need the latest games, that's where you want to be. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch is not going to be for you. But what I find is a lot of those games are focused for online gaming. I'm going to make myself sound really old here. I don't like gaming online. If I'm going to play against a friend, I want to be there so I can see their face when I beat them. Or I can lie to their face without excuses for when they beat me. I'm just not a big online gamer. I never have been. Probably never will be. But that's the Switch is fine for me. So that's how I'm going to be reviewing games. I'm not going to be looking at processor capability. I'm not going to be looking at is it as good as the PlayStation version? Because quite frankly, I don't care. I can't put my PlayStation on the train with me. What I can do is take my Switch. I'm going to be looking at, is this worth my valuable and limited gaming time? Am I happy to pay for these games? I mean, let's face it, games are expensive now. It's ridiculous. I'll spend 50 quid for a game and 10 minutes later put it down and go, that was crap. I want to make sure that the games I recommend for you are worth your time, and I will explain why I think they're worth your time. So, with that being said, I have no games to review for you right now. So hopefully videos going up. And in the meantime, we're going to put up some more mobile gaming content from me, some stuff from Cliffy as well. And I'm sure he'll have things to say about what I've just said. Thank you.